Bridgeside.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out at the 3rd Avenue Festival. Very excited to bring you Bridgeside Sports team. I'm going to introduce you guys. My name is Mike Boo. To my right here, we got the analyst, Chris Ventra. How you doing, analyst?
What's up? How you doing?
All right. To his right, we got Winallan. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, baby?
And then finally, rounding out the set, we got Dr. Phil, Philly Cags, Dr. Sports Science. How are you, bud?
Oh, what's going on everywhere? That's a lot of names for me.
I mean, it keeps getting longer every week.
Somehow I just got wind, though. It's all right.
Got AKAs.
So we're very excited to bring you some sports rundown here today before we kick off this amazing event over at Bridgeside. We got tons of music coming to you from the Bridgeside Bandstand. But again, first we're going to talk sports for about 15, 20 minutes. So let's get right into it. It's a great time to be in New York. We got the Yankees, right? And we got to spend some time with the Yankees. Very exciting win in the ALDS versus the Cleveland Indians. Now we've moved on. A little bit of a rough start. First 2 games against Houston.
I wish it was a better time.
I mean, let's just talk about it. 2-1 losses. It looks like they can't get the hitting going. So, why can't this team hit right now?
Well, their hitting in general is just they're striking out too much.
Yeah.
When Verlander goes 9 for his 120 pitches and strikes out 14, you know you got a problem. This is not Verlander 2012, 2011 MVP season. This is Verlander at 35 years old. So there's your first problem. They got to start putting the ball in play. They got to get production out of Gregorius. Not Gregorius, Sanchez and Judge. The middle of the lineup's killing them, and that's why they've only scored 2 runs in 2 games.
So, I mean, can't we give some credit here to the Astros pitching, Phil?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been shutting us down.
He's throwing 97.
Yeah, Keuchel always hits. Keuchel always pitches well against the Yankees. He shut him down a couple of years ago in the wild card game. But I don't know, Verlander. I thought they could hit Verlander. He looks great, but they're a hard-hitting team. Like Judge is much better against fastballs than he is against Keuchel's small stuff and soft stuff, and they still couldn't do it. Judge looks lost at the plate. I gotta agree with Win. They strike out way too much. I don't understand it at all.
I mean, just because we're talking about Judge now, I mean, amazing season. But is it time that we got to move him down in the order, Chris? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He's batting second every game. I mean,
batting second, but don't forget, he's the reason we're here. Big reason we're here.
I understand, but he's striking out way too much to bat second. I think Didi deserves a shot up there. He's been making a lot more contact than pretty much everybody else besides Gardner. And your point about Verlander, I mean, the guy's throwing 97. He still looks good.
Everybody looks good when they're swinging sliders in the left-handed batter's box.
I know, absolutely.
I mean, come on.
They're swinging and everything.
He threw 120 pitches and 90 strikes. That's an absurd ratio.
I mean, listen, though, we got to talk. It's more than just Judge that's struggling right now. We got Sanchez. He's not doing much at the plate. And let's just talk about his defense for a second. That game yesterday, I mean, last play of the game, who's to blame on that? I think Sanchez, right? He's got to catch that ball. I mean, at this point, is he our long-term catcher, Sanchez? I mean, the guy looks like he's lost behind the dish. Phil, what do you think?
Wynn brought this up weeks ago when he said he might hit more home runs ever as a catcher, and we all kind of disagreed. We don't know how long he'll stay behind the plate. If he can't get his defense up, he's not the long-term solution at catcher. He's long-term on the Yankees, but I don't know if he's long-term as a catcher.
So let's kick it to Wynn, long-time catcher. You know, before
catcher of the group.
Before he had to replace both of his knees. I don't even know
how
much.
Let's get it right,
you
buddy.
Got
Come
there,
on,
right? But I mean, you've been catching your whole life. What do you see from this guy when he's catching defensively?
He's very lazy behind the plate, to be honest. He's lazy.
Terrible.
He's lazy behind the plate. He has a bazooka. He has a cannon. Nobody's arguing that fact. However, he can improve blocking balls. He can improve framing pitches. His hands aren't great. He's constantly stabbing at pitches. So when you don't get borderline strikes, when you have guys like this constantly stabbing, he's not very smooth back there. However, if the Yankees were smart and they still have, 5 games left, they still have plenty of time, Romine should be catching. They've got zero production out of the DH spot.
Literally zero.
Move Sanchez to DH. Let Romine catch. The DH has gone 0 for 25 so far. There's your answer.
But isn't the whole thing about Sanchez, he's a great hitting catcher? He's a great hitter, no doubt. But when he's taking up the catches, then he becomes a much better hitter. Now, if you move him...
But you have no production out of the DH spot right now. They're 0 for 25. How much worse can Romine be than these other guys?
And not for nothing.
And you're improving 1,000% behind the plate.
And not for nothing. When you said that Sanchez is a problem in every aspect of being a catcher except his arm, you said he needs to improve framing, blocking, catching, everything you said. So that's pretty bad.
I mean, look at him last night. First of all, I know they teach us now, but there's no collisions at the plate. His mash should have been thrown into the first row. It was a short hop. You cannot tell me that those bars don't get in the way. They do get in the way. It should be gone. He's not getting knocked over at the plate. It's an easy pick. A play should have been made. Whatever.
Let's just talk about. You mentioned the DH spot before we blow away here our whole stand. You mentioned the DH spot. Not a single hit in the playoffs so far. Who should be taking up manning the DH spot the rest of the series? Chris, what do you think, Chris?
I mean, like he said, I actually think that's not a bad idea, putting
You
Romine
like
at catcher.
Romine? I'm not with that, man.
I mean, because I'm okay with it because at least you're going to get a solid catcher behind the plate and you're not going to get these mistakes that, especially even the framing. I mean, a lot of the framing's off, too, and then it hurts a ton of at-bats as well.
It's not only the framing, but I can understand if you had Ellsbury, Headley, Holiday, one of these guys who are hot hitting, no problem. You got to catch Sanchez. But they're not doing a thing. Let Romine catch, put Sanchez at DH. You get better defensively, and you can't do any worse than you were doing.
Who do you have at DH, Mike?
I would like
do
to
you have
see
at
Ellsbury or Holiday there. I don't want to see Chase Headley anymore the rest of the
Had
season.
two hard hits
I don't want to see
Absolutely
his
not.
face. I don't want to do it.
2 hard hit balls yesterday.
I don't care. I don't care. All right, let's move on, though, to another issue, right? Judge. We talked about Judge. I mean, this MVP-type season, now we see the meeting of the top two MVP candidates, Altuve and Judge. Chris, I know you have a strong feeling about this. Who's the MVP? Is it Altuve or is it Judge?
I mean, I think it's Altuve, and I brought it up, halfway through the season at some point where we were saying, oh, it's definitely Judge at that point, but Altuve stayed hot and Judge got cold. So I think that he deserves it at this point. After 4 straight years of 200-plus hits, too. I know that doesn't count towards the MVP
No,
this
it
year,
doesn't. It's a
but-
single-season award.
But I'm just saying, I think that he's too one-dimensional, Judge, for him to win MVP over Altuve. He does everything, Altuve.
Phil,
Everything
what do you
well.
think here?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
have
the
a win.
postseason, the postseason really shouldn't count. The votes are in. I still think it should be Judge. Altuve looks like 100% the better player right now, and I can't take that away from him. But the votes went in after the regular season.
Right, I
Going
know.
for the votes at the regular season, I still go Judge. It's not like he plays a bad right field out there that you're saying he's one-dimensional.
All
I
it
think
takes
second
is
base
a
more
big
point.
home run, too, and we'll forget about all of his
Exactly. I
struggles,
still go
right?
Can I
Judge.
add to that?
Yes, please.
All right. So,
Quickly.
All
This
right,
is a
quickly.
time segment here,
Quickly.
Win.
All right. Judge had more runs.
Okay.
More RBIs.
Okay.
More extra base hits.
Okay.
Oh, he had a higher on base percentage.
Yeah, very little more extra base hits. He had 39 doubles. Oh, no. Judge had 24 doubles. Altuve had 39.
He had 52 homers. Send you doubles across the street.
Doesn't
All right?
matter. He
All right,
does
doesn't matter.
everything well.
Who do you-
Everything
Can I-
well.
all right, let me
Judge
say
does
this.
one
Who's
thing
your
well.
pick quickly, Win?
The point of the game is to score runs. He produced more runs. He drove in more runs. Had a higher on base percentage.
A
He
little
should
bit
win
of
the
that as
MVP.
well.
All right, real quick, Phil, how did the Yankees come back in this series down 0-2 now?
Where we take advantage of the fact that the Yankees do have stronger depth in their rotation. You got Sabathia and Gray. They should be able to outpitch Morton, and it looks like Peacock, and you got the better bullpen. You have to win Game 3 and 4 because you got Keuchel come back in 5. That's the only way to come back.
All right, guys, let's switch gears to football. Big football Sunday here at the 3rd Avenue Festival. And we're not going to even lead with the Giants, which is what we usually do. We're going to lead with the Jets. Right? Let's talk about the Jets. Big matchup against New England. We got some fans here in the crowd. Do the Jets have a shot beating New England today? What do you think, Chris?
No.
No
some-
shot at all?
No, I don't think so.
Can I get some
I
napkins
can't
for
see.
these wings?
I can't see the Patriots
Anybody?
losing to the Jets for the division at this point. I don't think they'll let it happen when they have control of it.
Phil, any shot Jets have today?
No, I completely agree with Chris. I mean, this is Tom Brady walking into with the first place on the line. It was nice. The Jets, they're 3-2. They beat the Browns. You know, they beat those teams. Now they're facing the Patriots.
run's
Come on,
over.
guys. Yeah, it was nice.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I think it's a close game. I think at least that maybe within 3-6 points, the game's going to be tighter. What's up, Win?
Nah,
What do
I
you
need
need
some
here?
napkins.
This guy
Windy-
needs some napkins.
Windy
He's a
City,
mess.
Windy City Bar was nice enough to give us some wings. I'm
Yes,
trying to
thank
eat
you.
here, and
Big
I need-
shout out to Windy City for that.
You got to watch the game today. It's a good place to watch it, especially if you're a Chicago fan, because that's what they cater to.
That's
correct?
right. That's right. So, I mean, let's talk Jets again for a second. How have they gotten to be 3-2? You say it's a weak schedule.
Bad
Any
team.
shot this team ends up sneaking into the playoffs, Chris? Chris, what's up?
No, I don't think they do. I think they fall apart at some point. Listen,
Oh, man,
they
come
should
on.
have been trying to tank the whole season anyway. I mean, they're rebuilding. I don't
don't
know
think
what
it's
they're even
impossible.
trying to win for.
Well, that's what it looks like the Giants are doing now, Phil. I mean,
Oh,
are we in
let's do
full blown just tanking the season if
If
you're
we're
the New
not-
York Giants?
If we're not, we should be. I think that's a fair enough answer. I don't know why. What we're doing, we're 0-5. We're not making the playoffs. The whole team just got hurt. The offensive line should be hurt. And it's playing as if they are hurt. Just tank the season.
Win. I know you picked Eli Manning to win the MVP this season. I don't know why you did that.
That was an Are You Kidding Me? That was a long time ago.
It
was
doesn't
back
matter.
in
You
August.
said it, so we got to talk about it. Is this guy's career over, Eli Manning?
If it's not, it should be.
You just picked him to win MVP.
No.
You picked him to win
No,
MVP.
no, that's
MVP
right.
to gone
So,
out of the league.
let me just say this: the Giants, they're 0-5. They have no wide receivers. They have no depth. If they win 3 games the rest of the year, it'll be a miracle. I actually hope they go 0-16 as a Giant fan. It'll be
Wow.
like a Manning, Andrew Luck happened. Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck. get a new quarterback in, and what the Jets should have been doing this year, the Giants end up doing. You'll see Beckham with a stud rookie quarterback next year.
I hope they win at least one game, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come on. We
For
can't
respect.
take 0-16.
For
That'll be a
respect.
tough year.
They'll still get the first pick.
Guys, let's just talk basketball real quick. Give me a reason, Phil, to watch the Knicks this year. One reason.
Porzingis.
All right.
Porzingis. That's the quickest I go. I know we're on a little time crunch. I'll give you Porzingis. He's a great player. He's coming up. Now he doesn't have Melo. Let's really see him step into his own right
Win,
now.
give me a reason to watch the Knicks this year.
No Melo. The ball will move. It's not a black hole anymore when he gets the ball. Nice offense. We'll see what happens. And no Phil Jackson.
Chris, you going to watch any Knicks this year?
A little bit.
All right.
Slightly.
Fair enough. And let's just end our discussion with just some real terrible things coming out of U.S. soccer. U.S. soccer failing to qualify for the World Cup. Is
That's
this the biggest embarrassment in U.S. national team sports history win? What do you think?
I got to be honest. I'm not the biggest soccer fan, so I don't really know how that plays into it. However, I will say, though,
Way to go, Win.
it's very disappointing that I won't be able to go and, like, watch a U.S. soccer game during the World Cup. I watch it once every 4 years, and it is fun, but not having that kind of stinks.
I'll give you a
Gonna
real
kill the
answer.
ratings.
No, the U.S. basketball team did not win the gold medal in 2004. That's the most embarrassing thing that happened.
That's fair enough. That's right up there. So, anyway, that's it for us, the Bridgeside Sports team. Thanks for listening. All day long, Bridgeside Bandstand is going to be bringing you music live
Now
all
we're getting
day.
one.
So
Wings,
please
wings.
stop by, check us out, like us on Facebook, go to gobridgeside.com for original content, and we hope you guys enjoy the festival. Thank you again to JJ Bubbles for sponsoring us, as well as Windy City for the wings. We appreciate it, guys. Peace out.
Take
Talk
care.
to you later.
This Bridgeside Bandstand was brought to you by JJ Bubbles, a proud sponsor of the 3rd Avenue Festival. Come in any time for a great drink, some music on the jukebox, and a game of darts. You'll be glad you did. Heart Bar, located 7710 3rd Avenue. Bay Ridge Watering Hole, where you can watch the Yanks or a great UFC fight. Make sure to check out the outside while it's still nice. Offshore Diner, 7822 3rd Avenue. Come in for the breakfast burrito as Bridgeside recommended. Make sure you ask for Billy the Greek. Windy City, located 7915 3rd Avenue. A slice of Chicago right here in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Come for a game and stay for the food. You won't be disappointed. Are you looking for a fun after-school or weekend music lesson? Well, come on down to DG Rockers Guitar School. For all you up-and-coming shredders, check us out online, dgrockers.com. JJ Bubbles, Heart Bar, Windy City, Offshore Diner, and DJ Rockers Guitar School, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts here at Bridgeside Productions. We couldn't have done it without you. Go Bridgeside!
How you doing, everybody? This is Cookin in Brooklyn with Danny Milano. Same thing I cook with is what I used to grease my hair. Look at this. We got these guys popping up like bodies in the Gowanus Canal. We got Frankie, Joey, Sal, and now we're gonna feed Dave some veal scallopini franchise. Here you go, Dave.
It's delicious. But you know what I can use? A nice piece of bread
Absolutely.
to absorb this.
Again, we used to call that the poochie poochie.
I can't believe this is unbelievable, this dish. This has been eaten with Dave Casanova.
We're bringing you another edition of Bridgeside Sports Live. Just 4 guys from Brooklyn talking about the week in sports. We have the one and only Mr. Winallan Columbano. They call him Win. They call him Winnie Diapers. Dr. Sports Science. Mr. Philly Cags. Chris the Analyst Ventra. What's up, what's up, what's good, people? Mr. DB, Mr. DFB, the Donald Borst.
Yeah, it's as good as you're hearing.
It's all about artistic symbolism, whether it's floral or shapes.
Hey everyone, welcome to Lights, Camera, Fashion, Tony's Edition. I'm here outside the Imperial Theater.
Hopefully another mummy doesn't pop out of them.
Let's get red carpet ready. Cheers!
I'm gonna channel my inner Dolly Levi and find myself a boyfriend. See you next time.
Bridgeside.